foraging for dandelions. I want Max, you go stand with Ryan. You're one team. Mummy can help Oliver. And that's another team. We want about 300 dandelions. So get, no, not each, all together. So get as many as you can. Okay? One with the most points can help me cook the sweets. Right? Let's go. Gauze, which I'll do in another video. That smells like coconut, tastes like peas. Sorry about the shakiness of the video. I am working on it. Getting a cheap version of a gimbal to make it sturdier, but this is gauze. Only the petals are edible, but it smells a lot like coconut and it tastes like peas. There's Butch. Come on, Butch. Let's keep looking. Got some bluebells there. Wild bluebells, you're not allowed to touch them. No, them noises are not from the cows, it's from my weirdo family. But there we go, there's some of the belted cattle. Living up here on nature reserve. They're very fluffy.
How do they get shaved? Oh, there's one laying down and eating something. Wow. Oh, don't know.
Is it eating or is it nursing?
I don't know.
Can't quite see.
The cow's coming to get us.
Oh, there we go. Here it comes.
I'm not.
Right, let's carry on with our foraging. Try and keep this steady while Butch is pulling me. There you go, they're off. Lovely, the noise from the birds. All that. Max has found some. The other two are off down there with Mummy. Sorry about the shakiness. But you need to stop pulling me, mate, please. There we go, he's off. I found this, I don't know what that is.
Machinery in it.
Yeah.
Isn't it one of those things that you spin and you put something on it and it like sharpens it or wrecks it?
But
I don't know.
looks like it used to be mounted. I found that. If anybody knows what it is, leave a comment. But it looks like it used to be mounted there, and it looks like there's pieces. So let's carry on. So right up the top there, plus a bit further, is where we started. And we came all the way down through there, through Warren Glen, and closer to the sea. Right, so we've got ourselves a big pot. First job is we've got to take all the stems off and the leaves, because all we want is the heads. So I'm going to pause this video and I'll come back. Right, so I've destemmed and leafed 300 dandelion heads. The next step is boiling water in there and put a lid on it and leave it until tomorrow. Leave it overnight. So, oh, it's nearly boiled, so we'll do that as well. Also, we've got to cut in half 2 lemons, put them in as well. Go. 2 lemons in, cut in half, and then a I've got about a litre, or 1.7 litres of boiling hot water. Just gonna add that in. There we go. Remove that onto the back of the cooker here. Now we're going to put a lid, give it a little stir, and then we're going to put the lid on. We're going to let it do its thing for 24 hours before we go on to the next step, which is making the sugar syrup. Right, there we go. Got that on. Got the lid on. I don't know if you can see right in there. It's in the boiling water. The lemons. So just leave that to stew until tomorrow when we come back to it. Get on to the next step. So I've got a cup of tea. I'm having to do a voiceover here because silly prat that I am, I forgot to put the mic on again. So I'm going to have to do some voiceover. So I've got the mixture there. Oh, drop the lid in. Shake it off a bit. There we go. Right. What I did before I started this video is I put the heat back on the hob just to reduce it down. Yeah, just wanted to reduce it down. I put a bit of lemon juice in as well, just to help it reduce down. And yeah, now it's time that we're going to be straining the lemons and dandelions out. I'm going to add a little bit of golden syrup like I showed you, just to counteract the balance of the bitterness from the greenery. And then I'm going to add 2 kg of sugar. Each pack's 1 kg. I'm going to end up putting 2 in. I'm going to put the first one in, dissolve that, and I'm going to end up adding the second one a bit later. So it's all going to be added into that dandelion and lemon water, and then we're going to boil it all up. And it's meant to boil to 150 degrees, but I don't have a jam thermometer, which is the ones that would work best because they got to the right temperature. Normal thermometer won't really do it. There's a lot of at the moment. My brain's tired. It doesn't want to work. So I'm just gonna move the camera. Don't forget to check out the shop with the Crazy Cabin merch. It's our bonfire. I'll put the link in the description of this video as well. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I promise the video is going to get better. I just need to remember to switch my microphone on. Also to put the wind guard on when I'm going out, because there was a couple of bits where it was a bit windy. Also getting a gimbal to steady the camera. Well, it's a cheaper version of a gimbal because my budget is really limited. But yeah, don't forget to follow us on our social media as well. Instagram's already over 1,000. When we get to 5,000 on there, we'll do a giveaway. When we get to 1,000 on Twitter, we'll do a giveaway. 1,000 on Facebook, we'll do a giveaway. 1,000 on TikTok, we'll do a giveaway. 1,000 on Tumblr, we'll do a giveaway. So let's get on with this. I couldn't find a colander or sieve. I don't know where they've gone. So we're going to use a bowl, and we're going to use this little tray with loads of holes in it. So we'll see if this works. It's just to separate the dandelions and the lemons from the water. So just slowly tip that into the bowl. So you can see all the dandelions coming out there. Shake it all out. There we go. You can see managed to get the dandelion juice in the bowl underneath. Just move that saucepan out of the way for a minute, rinse it out because we're going to use that again. And while we're rinsing it out, we're just letting that stuff strain. That's it, let's move that out of the way. Right, there's the dandelion and lemon juice. Put it back into the saucepan. And at this point we have already reduced it down. Just to let it come to the boil for a little while, reduced down. So first we can put a little squidge of this golden syrup in it. So got a bit of a squidge in there. And then next is I'm using caster sugar here, but I think it may be better with jam making sugar. Might help it set a bit easier. I'm just going to add the whole bag in there. I'm going to keep stirring it and keep stirring it and keep stirring it just until all of the sugar dissolves. So it's gone a bit cloudy with sugar added. We'll stir it and let it dissolve, and here comes the other bag of sugar. I'm going to add it in for a little bit and stir it and add some more in. It's me and thinking I'm only going to add about half in, and then we stir that up just to dissolve all that sugar. And it is really important that you get it up to the 150 degrees, otherwise it won't set properly. It'll be like a honey, which if that's what you wanted to make, you can just make some dandelion honey. I made some and gave it to my neighbours. I've yet to hear back, but it wasn't that long ago I gave it to them, so. As you can see, it's quite a time-consuming process, but the more care you take with it, the easier it'll be in the long run. So you just keep stirring and stirring and stirring until that sugar is completely dissolved into the solution. And I did start off on a low heat and I turned it up just to get the temperature up over 100, and kept stirring it and getting it to 150. Wasn't easy when I didn't have a thermometer. Basically I just let it boil while I was stirring it and just kept going and kept going, and then it got to a syrup stage. That's when I moved on to the next step. But this was the most time consuming bit. Even the separating the flowers from the stems wasn't this time consuming. Even waiting for it to set wasn't this time consuming. This is the most time consuming bit. It's getting the sugar to dissolve and getting it up to temperature. Interesting fact, if you would like a sweeter sweet instead of a little bit of bitterness in there as well, you can just cut the petals off the dandelion. Go add the rest of the sugar now. So it's 2 kgs of sugar. For the recipe I'll put it in the description as well. So yeah, it's got 2 kgs of sugar in there. Just got to make sure it's all dissolved and then bring it up to temperature, which is the most time consuming part of all of this. And as you can see, it's rather cloudy at the moment while I'm dissolving the sugar. So I've just got to keep stirring to stop it burning and sticking to the pan because of all the sugar in there. Just change direction as well, just to disturb it up a bit more. Every so often just change direction, or even stir it in a figure 8 motion. And go clockwise, counterclockwise, just mix it up every so often, like you're trying to confuse it. So yeah, this is the most time consuming part of it, and the bit I was most worried about because I don't have all the equipment. I'm literally just doing it by eye and what I felt was right. Like I said before, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Check out our merch, which is in the bonfire shop, which I'll put a link in the description. Also, I'll put a link in the description for all our social media, so if you like and follow those, and see if we get up to the magic numbers, 5,000 for Instagram, 1,000 for the rest. I'll do a little prize giveaway and send you off a box of goodies. Already given away a prize for Instagram, which went to Mangrove Jack over in Canada. I also did do a 500 sub prize, which went to Stephen Hooper from Hooper's Mayhem. Check his channel out. It's great stuff on there. Having a look around the landscapes in Australia. There's some bits about his car that he's making or doing up. There's some bits about 3D printing. There's some bits about his drones, metal detecting, bottle finding, cave searching. Lots and lots of good stuff on there. And there we go. As you can see, the sugar is dissolved. It's gone clear. And now is the time to start bringing it up to temperature. So turn up the hob a little. Always stirring. Because that's the last thing you want to do, is try and clean off burnt sugar on the bottom of the pan. That little black mark in the middle of the pan was actually from a Christmas pudding I made. I didn't have nothing to sit in the bottom of the pan to lift the pudding up to steam it properly. So I used an old lid off a jar of pickles, and it took all the paint off the jar of pickles, burnt it onto the bottom of the pan. It doesn't matter what I use or how hard I scrub or wire brushes or anything, it still stays there. So just gonna have a clean up and let that heat up a little bit. I've got our pans there ready. So we're gonna cut some baking paper and put it in there. Got to find the scissors, wherever they are, probably right in front of my eyes. And where are they? There they are. I knew it, right in front of me. So I'm going to cut this baking parchment and put it in there. Yeah. Just cut through that. Lay it in there. I'll press it in there. But first thing I forgot to cut was the corners. So we're going to flip that over. We're going to cut the corners. There. Cut the corners, and then we're going to press it right down into them corners, just so it's right in there. There we go. All cut. And really push and rub your finger into them grooves, make it sit in there just right. There was a little mishap here. I did not leave it to set long enough, so in the end I ended up pulling out the baking parchment and leaving it in the tin, because I was too impatient. I just wanted to get it out, and it wasn't ready, and I just ended up putting it back in the tin without it. So just cut this one. And then push it down and really rub your fingers into them creases. Make it form around the tin. Like so. We've got 2 tins ready to go. I did get a few more tins and didn't bother lining them either. So there we go. It's 2 tins ready for the mixture when it's boiled up enough. And here we are. It's been boiling up and it's gone syrupy. Let's give it a bit more of a stir. It's actually a lot thicker than it looks on the video. Just show you. It's a bit foamy on the top where it's been bubbling. But yeah, it's a lot thicker than it looks on the video. It looks rather watery there, but in real life it was actually like thick syrup. Now maybe just pour that in there. See, it looks like water there, but actually it was like thick syrup. I don't understand why it looks so different. But yeah, we put it in there for a bit, let it come up, and then move on to the second one. Started to fold over the paper, so I had to move that. It was really molten hot. So pour some more in there like that. A bit more, and then we get another tin. Did I get another tin straight away? There we go. I'm just going to pour that one straight in there without any baking sheets. In the end you'll see that I've got a silver tin out as well. That's because when I was too impatient for it to set, I separated some of it into another baking sheet as well and chucked the baking paper away. So we just poured all that in there.
Yeah, but look, it's all sitting there nicely, lovely jubbly. I'm going to put it in the fridge, so I'm just going to rearrange my fridge a little bit quickly. And very, very carefully. It's very, very hot. I don't want it spilling out. So put that one in there like that. Just move some more stuff about. And the second one was really hot. There we go. Squeeze that in there on the next one. Right, and then clear some more room for the third one. And yeah, I'll just put them in the fridge. I think this one was the hottest. Yep, that was definitely the hottest. So I'm just going to find myself a... Yeah, it does look a lot thinner than what it was. I think that's why you need to definitely make sure you get up to 150 degrees. I think that might have been what my trouble was. Why it was taking so long to set. That was my problem. So you just got to make sure you get it up to 150 degrees. That make your setting time a lot shorter, especially if you put it in the fridge.
So when you've cooked it to 150 degrees, make sure you use a jam thermometer. It's the accurate way of doing it. And you let it set. It should set like glass. And you crack it. Big old slab there. Looks like the amber from Jurassic Park. I'm going to break a bit off. And then we're going to give this a try. There we go. Put it back there. There we go. Nice little bit there. And I'm sucking on it. It's going into like a syrup. Very nice. Very sweet. Tastes a bit like barley sugar. It's sweet that I had when I was a kid, called barley sugar. It tastes a lot like that. So I'm going to break this up and put it in some pots for the kids and whatnot, and hand some out with our little Craig's cabin stickers. Wash my hands before I finish doing that. So dandelion candy, it's getting a thumbs up from me, and got some ideas for some more videos, like cooking on the beach. If we catch some fish, we'll do some cooking on the beach, cooking in the woods. We've got the bow drill, first attempt at trying to use one of those to light a fire. That video's coming up. What else? Well, lots and lots of ideas. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, keep up to date with all the videos. Don't forget to like and follow all of our social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Tumblr. Twitter's almost at 1,000, so that one's close to being ready for a giveaway. When Instagram gets to 5,000, then we'll do another giveaway. But when the others reach 1,000, we'll do a giveaway for those as well. So get on the social media, find Craig's Cabin, like and share, subscribe, follow, get the word out there, and get our numbers up. Also, check out the shop with the merchandise, the Crazy Cabbage t-shirt, the Thumbs Up From Me t-shirts, the Bushcraft Life t-shirts. Yeah, I'll put the link in the description below. Don't forget to check it out. It's on Bonfire, where you can make your own merchandise. You put the logo on, and they will sell it for you. That noise in the background is bulldog. He's a bit of a pig when it comes to eating his food. Much like me. But yeah, so yeah, stay safe, and I'll see you later.